Hello, everybody. This is Melinda Roy. Good morning, everyone. How are you doing today? So, firstly, I want to tell you, everyone, Women's International Day today on March 8th. Thank you so much for joining this event. So, so I welcome to the Women's WIN Summit. I am honored to be here today as we come together to celebrate, empower, and support women from all walks of life. This conference is an opportunity for us to unite and create a space where women can share their experiences, challenges, and successes. We will be discussing various topics that impact women, including gender inequality, women's health, career development, mental health, entrepreneurship, and many more. It is no secret that women face unique challenges both socially and economically. Despite the progress made in recent years, there is still much work to be done to level the playing field for women. And that is why events like this are so important. They offer a platform for us to come together and discuss the issues that matter most to us. We have an incredible lineup of speakers and panelists who will share their insights, knowledge, and experiences with us. We have women for diverse backgrounds with different perspectives and expertise. Their contributions will provide invaluable insights that will help us on our journeys. I encourage all of you to take advantage of this opportunity to network, ask questions, and engage in meaningful discussions with your fellow attendees. This conference is a safe and welcoming space, and we want to ensure that everyone feels comfortable and supported. I hope that today's event will inspire and motivate you to continue to pursue your goals regardless of the obstacles in your way. Let's work together to create a world where all women have the same opportunities and can achieve their dreams. So, thank you so much for joining this event. This is Women's Third International Summit on Women in Leadership and Congress. So, this is a hybrid event. So, physical, it is already been going live in the Paris, France. And so now we have started our virtual event. So before we start our session, so on today's International Women's Day, we gather to celebrate the achievements of women. Today we honor the courageous and inspiring women who have led this struggle, civil rights activists, and feminist pioneers. As we celebrate International Women's Day, let us support and empower women in our communities and workplaces. Let us amplify women's voices and advocate for their rights. And let us work towards creating a world where every woman and girl can thrive and reach their full potential. To all the women out there, know that your contributions and achievements are invaluable. Know that you are seen and heard, and that your voice matters. And know that together we can continue to make progress towards a more just and equitable world for all. Thank you so much for joining this event. So, I am Melinda Roy. I am the host for the today's event that is Women International Leadership and Congress. So, which is going to happen in Paris, France. So, so if you want to see the physical event is already been live in the Facebook as well as in the YouTube channel. So, now let's welcome our first speaker, Margit Danke Jacobs. So unfortunately, she is not here. I know. So she is the first speaker, but due to some emergency, she is not here. But she shared her beautiful presentation with us via YouTube. So before we start our presentation, so I'll play a beautiful introduction video of her. So let's join to welcome our first speaker, Margie. Welcome, Margie. I know she is not here, but still she can see later. So, so now I'll play a beautiful introduction video of Margie. I know some technical issues. Just give us 2 more minutes, please. I will play the video of Margie. Thank you so much for being patient with us.
ఉండండి.
Yeah, sometimes technical will play with us, right? So there is some technical glitch with us. So
ఆగండి.
I will give a
ఆగండి.
short introduction of the speaker.
You heard, I'm a confidence breakthrough coach. Actually, the reason I'm here on video instead of being in person is because I'm doing yet another deep dive into personal development. The deep dive into the root of why we do things and why we procrastinate. And here's what I've learned so far. We procrastinate because we want it to be perfect. We want it that A plus instead of the A. When the A serves us and it can help us do the things that we want to do. We've learned this in school that maybe we could just stretch a little bit more. But what it does do is it stops us from doing what we are able to do. So if you're somebody that isn't doing the things that you want to do in life, that you feel like you haven't found your purpose, you haven't figured it out, it's not lost. It's inside of you. You just need to discover it and let it come back out because it's attached to the dreams that you had when you were a young person, to the dreams that you had when you were a teenager, in your early 20s, later in life, and the new dreams that you have as life happens. Because maybe we wake up some days and we say, this isn't the way it was supposed to be. I thought it was going to be different. I thought that if I did this, I would have these results and life would go along. But life has thrown many, many curves to all of us. And one thing I know for sure is no matter where on the globe we are, bonjour, that is my only French, we know that we all are human beings at that level where we experience fear and anxiety when things are not going our way, when we don't have the confidence to go for the things that we want to go for. And I know that if we suffer from self-esteem issues, from feeling not valued, from feeling like maybe I'm not cut out for this, or this isn't what I want to do, or this is what I align with, then we stop dreaming. We stop thinking that we have any value. It's when that thought came out into the world, you are enough, and it went everywhere. And everybody said, okay, I am enough. And so what happens is, in one sense, of course, you're doing all the things that you're doing in life, and you're enough of who you are because you're valued as the person that you are, the strength that you have, the greatness that you have inside of you, the person that you were born into this world. However, if we say that you are enough, it also can have a double meaning of you don't have to do more. It's okay to stay where you are. It's okay to feel settled, to not reach for more, to not understand that if you actually put in some discipline and some commitment, what's possible for your life, the magic that can come. So I'm sharing with you today. In fact, let me share with you my first book that I wrote is called Overly Satisfied is Underachieved. How to stop settling for good enough and start getting what you really want. And in the first chapter I write, is satisfaction really our goal? Is that why we're here? Is that what we came to do, just to be satisfied? You should never have a day where you're bored in your life. There is so much to learn. There is so much technology. There's so much opportunity happening in this world, rubbing elbows with the right people and getting in the right rooms with the right people. And we have the technology to do that all over the world through Zoom, through this platform that we're on here right now. I am very, very excited to tell you that the program that I have created from all of the things that have gone through is not a program that I say, here it is. Let me take you and fit you into my program, crush it with confidence. It's actually a program that takes you, that comes through you. It's what I've developed over the years, what I've created, all the personal development things that I have done, all the trainings, all the gurus, all the mentors, all the coaches, all the guides, the jobs that I've had. I worked in corporate. I worked in hospitality for 14 years as a front desk manager and all parts of the hospitality resort industry. I worked in academia. I worked in the legal system. Would you like to know what my favorite was? Well, I won't get into that. But here's what it is. When we get into a job, sometimes we take the job because we're not confident that we could actually do something that would connect with our purpose. So let me just take this job for now and make the money for now. And that way I can pay the bills. I can pay for the house, the car, the phone, the things that we need, the computer, the families that come along, the things that they need. And the next thing you know, we're in a job and we're driving and we feel like we're in a rut. I remember the day that I was driving to my job, very grateful, had 2 children in college. I had a good job. My college paid for their tuition. And I stopped at a red light. And at the red light, I literally stopped. I said, what am I doing? Is this really my life? Is this the way it's supposed to go? Is this all there is? I had lost the magic. I'd lost the desire to be really motivated, to be inspired. Where was that? I was trying to get it. I had a CD, these little round things that you put into your car that used to be. Now, I don't know, everything's on the phone. And I would start listening to those over and over and over. And I remember Jim Rohn saying one thing, that you need to just continue to work full-time on your job while you're working part-time on your fortune. And I thought, I can do that. Step 1. I can go to work and work full-time on my job while I'm working part-time on my fortune. So it made me happier in my job. I went from being really a little bit disgruntled to not very happy. I mean, I was okay, but I was faking it a lot, to being really genuinely happy. So from superficially happy to genuinely happy. And when I did that, something else changed. I changed. I started to enjoy my job. I decided no one is going to make me miserable in my job, and I'm going to love this job. In fact, what happened was I ended up getting the college staff person of the year at the university, because I made a decision. If you make a decision and you commit to it, my decision was that I was going to be happy in my job because life is short and I'm going to learn how to be happy. Decision, commitment. I'm going to commit to giving the spirit of excellence to this job every single day, and no one can take that away from me. And the third thing that I did was I did take massive action on doing my job and then coming home, listening to the CDs in the car until I was working full time on my fortune, part time on my job, until I was working full time on my fortune, connected to my purpose. Happiness level went through the roof. There was no glass ceiling, it broke them all. So if you're looking in life to figure out what it is that you want to do, why it matters. It matters because I'm going to ask you this. What is it that you really want from this life? Not what other people think you should do, not what it was supposed to be like. What is it that you really want? What do you want the world to know when you leave? What is that? Do you want them to know that you stood up for yourself, that you helped others, that you had an impact, that you made a difference in people's lives and how you showed up, that you kept your word, that you're a person of your word? If you have a 2:00 meeting, that you're on that meeting at 1:59 every single time, that you become reliable and dependable. And no matter what, you don't let people ding your confidence. You don't let people make you feel less than. You have to be able to believe that there's more for you than where you are right now. You can make yourself crazy in thinking that I've got to do more. It isn't about that. It's about believing that there is so much opportunity out there. How am I going to do it? What am I going to take advantage of? And so it can become overwhelming, and you need to focus and you need to have intention. I needed to have a coach. I needed to have a mentor to just kind of rein me in a little bit, because I was like a net. I just wanted it all. But you can't have it all. So I just needed somebody to just rein me in and stay with me for a period of time. That's why I'm a confidence coach now. I used to have a program where I would just do 6 weeks. Now I do an 8-week program to get you into it, to get you flowing. But really, I've moved into a 12-week coaching program where I am right there with you, accountability the 100% of the time. If there's something that you want to do, let's get to work on that. Yeah, I say, I had a coach that say, what are your weaknesses? Let's work on your weaknesses. No, what are your strengths? Let's work on your strengths. We can figure out your weaknesses later. But right now, let's get the cash flowing. Let's let you have some success. I don't know what word to put first, confidence, success, or cash. But if you put cash first and you start making the cash, trust me, your confidence goes up. Trust me, you're going to have more success. So belief is what stimulates your action. It's what your belief is inside of you. And what is that belief? If that belief has been crushed or not nurtured in the right way throughout your life, then we have all this old programming. So the very first thing that we need to do is really look at all the old programming and address it, open it up. Yes, it can be painful. And sometimes we even say, that wasn't me. But we annihilate the old feelings, the negative talk, the reels that go around in our head over and over and over. We first, annihilate that, because that is not serving us in any way. And then once we have identified it and we've annihilated it, then we have a space that is open for new beliefs, new programming, new information, and having all this available to us in the world today. It allows us to do more things than ever. There are more women CEOs and entrepreneurs coming away from the workplace because they know that there's more. There's more women that are coming just from maybe being in a position where you are home with your children. I don't want to say just, because being home with your children, of course, one of the most important things that we can do is raise our children and be around our children and model for our children and feed them healthy beliefs and thoughts. But it also allows us to move into a space where we are feeding our soul. We are nurturing our soul. I think I may have mentioned in the very beginning, I can't remember, but the reason I'm not with you is because I'm away at a personal development so that I can continue on this path of deep diving. And this is how I created my course, Crush It with Confidence, which is 12 weeks long. And if you want to talk to me about that, you can get the link or just go to ask Margie, Margie, Donkey, D like David, UN like November, KI.com. Ask margiedonkey.com. And set up a time to talk with me. I'm not here to sell you a program. That's what I'm not here to do. What I'm here to do is see if my program can come out of you, that you get to create what it is that you want, that you listen to what your new beliefs are. When we annihilate the stuff that is holding you back, there is no telling what's possible for you. When you start to use the term I get to, it becomes a whole different play, a whole different game. You get to feel inspired daily. You get to get up and know that there's something that you're working on, that maybe that it's that book that you wanted to write. Well, you aren't going to write the book if you don't have deadlines and you don't have cover deadlines and you haven't met with your editor. You need to know that if you want to write the book, you give yourself a period of time. And so maybe you need that accountability person in your life. When I work with clients, we have a blast working together for 3 months, and many of them will go on to work with me for a whole entire year, because what we find is that we are creating something and we're not done in 3 months. It gives you a more positive attitude. We take on the attitude of unreasonably optimistic. How many people here, how many of you would like to be unreasonably optimistic? No matter what comes up, what happens, what obstacles come your way, you just continue to stay optimistic about it. There's a book that I would highly recommend because it's somebody that I would recommend to you. His name is Ryan Holiday, and the book is called The Obstacle is the Way, meaning every obstacle that comes up is the way. We're learning a lesson from it. We're taking something from it. We need to feel valued in this world. We need to have that confidence piece in order to have the success. And without the confidence, with the lack of confidence, we're going to talk ourselves out of things. We're going to have a great idea and share it with somebody, and they're going to be like, are you sure that's going to work? No, we're never sure that it's going to work. It's about taking some risk. It's about doing some things that you want to do. And it's about bringing who you are and your purpose together. If you are where you are in life and you're not motivated and you're not lit up and you're not excited about every single day, why not? You get to be excited. You get to crush it with confidence. It's really not about taking another course, because it's not what you need to know. It's what you implement. I'm here to help you implement the things that are coming through you when you have more confidence in yourself, when you can see yourself. Maybe you're afraid to speak on a live like this. You would be terrified. I could never do that. I would be terrified. Well, I was too in the beginning. We all have the beginning. We all have that, but it doesn't have to take over your life. One of the questions that you would like to ask yourself is, what impact can you make? What is that impact? And then start driving yourself with that. What is it that you will not tolerate? Put you into a foundation of what you want for your life. I'm not going to tolerate people that are continually dinging my confidence, telling me that I can't. I'm going to surround myself with people that are doing it, that are making 6 figures and celebrating the multi-6 figures, and then the next level and next level, until we get to 7 figures in 12 months. We want to create 7-figure earners in a 12-month time. In order to do that, you have to have some cash that is flowing. You have to have some success with that, and you have to have confidence. So I don't know which way to put those in order. All I know is in one big ball, that's what I teach. And it isn't about you fitting into my program truly. It's about the program flowing through you. One of the other books that I wrote with a collaborative group of people, speakers, is called Engaging Speakers, Voices of Truth. And I wrote this book, my chapter, about speaking up and using your voice and not feeling like you can't disagree. Recently, someone told me about they were in a conversation, and when they disagreed, everybody went silent because can you imagine not agreeing with the status quo? But you get to say what's on your mind with confidence. You get to do it without the ego. And so this Crush It with Confidence can change everything. It helps you level up. It makes you become the person that you want to be. It gives you that inner strength that you need to get through everything in your life, all the things that come your way. We can follow our dreams or we can live them. I want you to live your dream because you know what I live for? I live for your breakthroughs. I want to see your breakthroughs. I want to see you hit the $100,000, 200,000, 300, 400, 500. It's not about the money that you go through, but it's when you have the money, oh my goodness, be one of those people that is giving back $100,000 a year versus making $100,000 a year. Take your mind to that for one moment. What would you do if you could give back $100,000 a year? Where would you give it? How much fun would that be for you to do that? We can get discouraged along the way because we're by ourselves quite a bit. So we bring you into a community of next level action takers. That's the name of my community, is Next Level Action Takers. And we come in and we crush it with confidence and we share our wins, and we can do groups, or I can do one-on-one, because you're an individual and you have a unique situation and you have unique dreams and you have something on your heart that it is that you want to achieve that hasn't been put on anybody else's heart. But if you have people around you that aren't supporting you and don't encourage you, and you say, well, what will other people think? Then you have to let go of that first, because that is freedom. That is financial freedom, is letting go of what other people think. When we climb the mountaintop and we get there and we figured some things out and we're starting to make money and we're starting to be able to pay for things and move the debt out of our lives and then be able to pay cash and be able to pay back that $100,000 a year to any charity we want to, or many. And we're at the mountaintop. We still see thousands and thousands of people waiting to come up the mountaintop. And some of them are just looking. But some of them have their hand raised and say, where do I start? Where did you start? And I yell down to put their foot there. Or I come back down the mountain and I take your arm and I say, step here, step here, step here. Let's go here. And we go up the mountain together, because when we're on the mountain, there's still thousands of people down there that need our help. We're at a time in this world where more than ever, your message matters, your impact matters, what we do, how you help others. You might hear people say, wait for me, but we're not waiting. We're already moving. We're already grooving. We're already creating. We've created the books. I said for 10 years, I wanted to create a book. It wasn't until I got a coach that coached me and gave me deadlines. Some people need that. I didn't know how to create this course when I first did it. What I did was create it from all the things that I didn't do so that you wouldn't have to go through that same thing. And now, if you see yourself being a coach, being a speaker, writing a book, creating a course of some kind, doing something different than you've always done, and you want somebody to do that with, I would love the opportunity to work with you. AskMargieDunkey.com puts you on my calendar, lets us have a conversation. It isn't about me selling my program to you, it's about offering you an opportunity to tell me more about you. And if you want somebody beside you, somebody to work with you, I would love the opportunity to know if we're a good fit. We will know. But I work with people that already have that fire burning in their belly, that want something more, that know that there's something more, their ego is not driving them, that they may lack some confidence, but we can get the confidence there, that you want to drive your own car, that you have some type of, you look over in your car and you let fear and negativity get out of the car because they aren't going to serve you, and you let faith and positivity get into the car because they are going to serve you. And many times what we do is we say, when you're ready, let's go. But let's stop with the when you're ready, because no one's ever really ready. Ready is a lie. It puts you in procrastination. It keeps you there. We need a program that is go, glow in the go, I like to call it, because you're not glowing until you're going. And it's like sitting on the bleachers and hoping that you can play the game and kick the ball through the net. You have to be able to be in the game. So be in the game. Don't wait until you're ready. Have you ever jump roped? And you're jump roping and you're like, okay, when am I going to hop in? And you hop in and you get tripped up, and then you like, your confidence is a little ding. So next time you're like, oh. Or are you like, okay, I know what I did wrong, and now I hop in on this time. And before you know it, you're doing the jump rope and it's working. That's what it's all about, working. And I I love helping you break through to where it is you want to break through. Today is your someday. We say someday when I'm this, someday when I have the money, someday when I'm not doing this, someday. Your someday is today. You can figure that all those other things out, but if you really want it, you'll figure it out. You'll do whatever it takes because there's something inside of you that you want to have come out while you're living. It's not the I need, I hope, I wish, I pray. It's actually show me how to do it. Let me implement it. Let me get some confidence by doing it. Let me bring some cash in so that will give me some success. And then I have more confidence, and it's all a beautiful thing. So if you want to crush it with confidence, I would love to talk with you. And again, I'm sorry I'm not there in purpose. I'm not here in person. But what I want you to know is I am here in person. And that even if there's a screen between us, we get to achieve so much more. The people that I'm surrounding myself with are 6, 7, 8, 9-figure earners. I'm in networking groups. I stay active and surrounded by people that are thinking bigger than I am, that are doing the thing. So if you don't want another year to go by, if you want this year to be your year, this Women's Summit is about women rising up. This is your year of miracles. It's about today. You can start your new year on March 15th and go to March 15th of 2024 and see what's possible in these next 12 months. You know what? I'm going to leave you with this. It doesn't matter what anybody else does. It really only matters what you do. That is a quote that I came up with because I left a conference and I didn't work with the coach that I really wanted to work with. And when I went back, it was too late because the program had already started. And I said, next time, someday. Now I'm intentional. I know what I'm doing, who I'm working with, what makes sense. And I'm teaching absolutely everything I know to you that wants to make a breakthrough in your life. So if you want to crush it with confidence, let's have a conversation. I'm so excited to know you. And I think in French, I say bonsoir. So thanks for having me. My name is Margie Dunkey Jacobs, and I have loved spending this time. And I am very grateful to WIN conferences for allowing this platform to exist. Let's rise women up. Let's take it to a new level. Let you be the best person that you can be. Let's break through to the best you. If you're in the United States, I'm running a retreat in September in North Carolina. Join us. And if you just want to have a chat, let's do that too. Hope you have an amazing day. Take care and be the best you.
Thank you so much, Margie. Thank you so much for your beautiful presentation. It was really a good start. I know you are not in person, but the presentation you have given your presentation has reached something to the audience. It's really a good start on Women International Day. Thank you so much, Margie. Audience has some questions, so we will email you the questions to your email ID. And let's jump into the another speaker. And thank you so much. You have loved our WIN conferences. So let's jump into the another speaker. So you can go back and click on the another session speaker. Just click on the join session.